This is the KHA-555 Light Precision Strategic Cruise Missile, and it is designed to stealthily destroy strategically important targets. KHA-555 has several modifications. One of them, it is a 200 KT nuclear warhead missile. Its range is up to 2,500 kilometers, about 1,550 miles. Being launched from frontier cities like Pskov, the missile is capable of attacking almost all of Western Europe. The KHA-555 has a reduced effective scattering surface, making it less visible to radar. The KHA-555 missile flies at speeds of 447 to 516 miles per hour at extremely low altitudes with terrain envelopment. KHA-555 has a streamlined stealth shape. The principle of stealth technology is that radio waves are reflected away from the transmitter. Part of the signal is absorbed by special coatings, and the rest is reflected so that the radio echo does not return to the airspace scanner. As a result, for a radar, a missile is comparable to a big bird in terms of the number of reflected waves. Since the missile is launched from 295 MS-160 aircraft, this could allow the missile to be launched on the approaches to the United States and attack U.S. border areas. Let's imagine an X-555 missile strikes London. At the very epicenter of the blast, which has a radius of just under a mile, everything would be destroyed instantly. This area includes Westminster, Big Ben, and the surrounding areas. All infrastructure, buildings, and people in this area would be vaporized instantly by the heat and blast wave. A little farther away, within a half-mile radius, a zone of lethal radiation exposure begins. People in this area will receive doses of radiation that make survival nearly impossible. Within a radius of 2.5 miles is a zone of total destruction. Here, the blast wave will destroy buildings, turning them into piles of rubble. Neighborhoods such as Covent Garden, Southwark, and parts of Chelsea will be affected. Further afield, within a radius of almost 4, is the heatwave zone. Here, people will suffer third-degree burns, and fires will engulf areas including Wimbledon and parts of Richmond. But the devastation doesn't end there. In a radius of about 7 miles, the blast wave will blow out windows and injure people with shards of glass. Neighborhoods on the outskirts of London, including Kingston upon Thames and West Norwood, will be affected. Some 398,820 people would be killed, and another 1,258,720 would be seriously injured. Russia has 100 KH-555 missiles in service. These missiles are based on 295 MS and Tu-160 strategic bombers. The simultaneous launch of a swarm of missiles can paralyze the defense of any country, destroying key infrastructure and military facilities. But there is good news. The KH-555 missiles are the kind of weapons that the Russo-Ukrainian war has learned to counter in practice. During massive attacks, there are cases when air defense forces manage to destroy more than 50% of missiles launched by Tu-95 bombers. The only way to break through the defense is to launch several dozens of missiles, some of which the air defense cannot shoot down. But the main thing is to remember, these missiles were created for war. I really hope that in the future I'll be able to make videos about wind turbines. This was the Visualizer 3D channel. It's all in our hands.